Hello, welcome to SEDES English. My name is Eric, and today we'll be learning the difference between count and non-count items. So we'll start off with count, and then we'll go to non-count. But the difference between those two items are count items. You can describe the quantity or the amount you have with an actual number or some certain types of phrases or words. Count items, you can use words like a few, not many, and a lot. You can also use numbers, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and whatever number you have. So things like a dozen, half a dozen, if you have words like that. And non-count items are items or things that you cannot describe because they're very, very hard to count or almost impossible to count exactly how much or how many you have. So you use words like a little, not much, and a lot. So when we're talking about count items, we use the word to ask of many. How many apples do you have? How many oranges do you have? And for non-count, you say how much rice do you have? How much milk do you have? Because it's hard to count the actual amount of milk. So again, we'll start off with the count items. So the word we use for count is how many. And the word we use for non-count is much. And the way we answer this is with numbers. So actual numbers. 1, 2, 3, continuing, or we use words like a few, not many, or another one can be a lot. So we will ask a question using many and then one of these count items. So let's start off with how. You need an explanation of how many. So whenever you're asking many, that means the answer should be either a number or one of these words. How many, and we'll see how many eggs do you have? How many eggs do you have? So again, you answer this question with either a number or a few, not many, a lot. I have a lot of eggs. Or you can say I have a lot, because we know that the subject is eggs. But the better sentence to be have more of a description and more exact is I have a lot of eggs. You can also say I have, and put the actual number. So I have a lot of eggs can be, let's say, more than 12. So we'll say I have 16. I have 16 eggs. So that is a lot of eggs. That is how, that is how you make a question and how you answer this question with a phrase or an actual number. And remember, these are count items. So this is things like apples, oranges, bananas, eggs, carrots, onions, potatoes. Things that are easy to count. Now we go to non-count. And the word we use for non-count is much. Things that are non-count are like bread, rice, cheese, meat, coffee, milk, and water. These things are more difficult or more hard to actually count exactly how much you have. So you use words like a little, and also words like not much, or also a lot. For non-count items, you do not use numbers. That's why we call them non-count, which is no count, no number, to describe or to ask things like this. So let's make a question to ask about the quantity or the amount of these things. So we have the question, how, just like this one over here, but instead of many, we put much. How much, let's use milk. How much milk do you have? How much milk do you have? So the way to answer this is to use things like this. A little, not much, a lot. I have a lot of milk. I have a lot of milk. You don't say I have 3 milk, I have 5 milk, I have 1 milk. That is not okay. You use this phrase a lot. I have a lot. I have a little milk. I don't have a lot of milk. Things like that. I have a lot of milk. So again, that's how you answer a question with much, and that's how with the answers you can give. So there are 2 words you can use for both for asking a question. You can use some and any when asking a question about non-count and non-count items. So a question like that would be, let's say, do you need some eggs? So you can use some, or you can use the word any. Do you need any eggs? Do you need some eggs? You can also, this is a count item, you can also change this to a non-count. Do you need some? Do you need any milk? Do you need any water? Do you need some rice? So this some and any can be used with counts or non-count, and you can answer in positive or negative. You can answer, yes, I need some eggs. So, do you need any milk? Do you need any milk? So yes, I need some milk. So the answer for both of these questions, some or any, can or always have to be at least the word some. I need some eggs, I need some water. Now, if this word is a count item, like eggs is a count item, you can answer with the actual number. Do you need some or do you need any eggs? Yes, I need 5 eggs, because it is a count item. But you cannot answer a number with a non-count item. Do you need some water? You cannot say, I need 5 water. You cannot, or 5 waters. You cannot say that. You would say, I need some water, or I need a little water, I need a lot of water. Just the same way you can answer these right here. So that is all. Hope you learned. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you soon in class.